and simple, like with no. back, fam. We're back. Haha. As always. Yes, sir. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My G's. My G's. For the day. LTA, baby. The troops are ready? The troops are ready? I think the troops are ready. Okay, welcome back, fam. Welcome back. Another day, another stream here. Okay. Still in the range. We're going to talk about gold here in a second. We just had some news. We have much more news this day, particularly here. Right. PMI is still coming. The ISM is still coming. Important stuff. Don't expect too much from it, though. We're all preparing for the NFP. This is the biggest week so far. I think this is going to take out of that major range here. We're going to talk about that in a second here. We're going to put on gold on the other chart real quick as well. Let's put it on. There we go. Still in a channel. Still in a channel. Okay. Let's enjoy live a little bit. Hope you guys are doing well. The win streak is over. It is what it is. All right. Since March. Looking forward to continue the process though. All right. Hope you guys are ready for it. Mariana, welcome. Let me see what we have in the building with us today. Let's put a nice shoe real quick. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Ooh, yes. As always, thank you for the love, man. Thank you for the support. The amount of messages yesterday, incredible. Okay. We're truly making an impact. A real impact, all right? With our own concept. The amount of messages I've received, absolutely incredible. The momentum, absolutely insane. Okay. Super crazy to see what's currently going on here. I'm very excited. Very happy to see you guys, you know, on a day-to-day basis here, crushing it with each other. Very impressed with everything that you guys are currently doing here. The wins that you guys are sharing and every day. Okay. Mike, good to see you, my man. Harish, good to see you. Candle Slanger, Keshav, Vedant, HMD. What are you drinking? This is what we call kombucha. Hope you heard about it. Peach, all right. Bali rainwater. That's how they call it here in Bali. Good to see you, Dominic, Sarmat, my man. Jamie, Sia, Sankop, Alexander, Simon, AD. Good to see you, my man. AD, man, thank you for your messages as well. Thank you for the support also in Instagram. I saw your message coming along here. Thank you for the support. Appreciate it, G. Welcome back. Lorenzo, when is your fight? My fight is in around 10 days. However, no opponent. Unfortunately. So I need to find a new opponent. We're gonna see. We will find out. Names. Good to see you, Mohammed. Legend. Ronit. Parham. Johnny. Grant. Yes. Pop Kuna, good to see you. Elena, good to see you. Yeah, man, let's get the party started as always. Okay. Hope you guys doing well. Another day, another session here. We're still hovering in this range. Okay, guys, listen up. Nothing has practically changed. We're still hovering in this particular range overall here. Once again, we came back into this range here. We bounced from that fixed POC level once again. All right, if you understand how the volume profile works, you will see that we tapped into it 2 times now. All right, and we're still holding above that exact fixed POC level at 2316, okay, on Owanda. Very important, not on the FXCM chart, but on Owanda, it is 2016 here, 2316, okay? See that you're holding a gap. Keep a close eye on the market right now. In terms of this range, we're building something, fam. We're building something big for, yeah, in my opinion, NFP. The NFP stance is pretty common where you start ranging and price is not really moving out of the range, and it's very slow. And every New York session, it gets to the center of that range. And then, you know, you're looking for upside potential, the top of the range, or gonna go back to the bottom of the range. You're trying to figure out what's happening there internally, okay? So you really have to play it from these internal levels, these internal ranges, in order to just move forward here. So we're gonna give you some key levels to work with. I have a key level in mind, which we're gonna talk about in a second here. But most importantly, after Friday, I think we're gonna see a climax. And that climax is gonna come. And the moment that will come, we're gonna either break down or we're gonna break up, right? We're gonna either break up and then break down, or break down and then break up. We're gonna find out exactly what's gonna happen here on a Friday. The good thing is though, I always trade the NFP. I always trade the NFP live. I always trade the CPI live and the FOMC usually, depending on what time it is, of course, because sometimes it's very late for me. The FOMC is around 3 a.m. Right, so take consideration that it's very late for me. I need to stay up very, very late. It doesn't really matter because usually I wake up a little bit later and I work till very late. But for me, the CPI, the NFP are usually the 2 best news events that I like to trade. Okay, so if you're ready for a news trade, then come to this Friday, come to the stream, okay? Because usually we're gonna see a news trade happening on a Friday. All right, just so you know. It's gonna be usually one of our biggest days here. We have been trading news all the time here. If you're familiar with news, with us, we have been mainly crushing it, okay? Mainly crushing the news so far. I mean, everything has to come to an end at some point. But so far we have a kind of a different approach to news trading, okay? Different types of strategy, different from the usual strategy. However, it's still built around key levels, volume, analysis, all right? Expansions, limit orders, all that stuff. So this is gonna be Friday. It's gonna be pretty cool, pretty interesting to look at, all right? In the meantime, all right, 2 days left right now until the yearly membership is closed. So for the series ones, it's time to take action, all right? The question is, do you really want to be a trader? Do you want 1 year of full focus with us, LTA? Are you really about this life, or are you just coming and going and coming and going? That's the question, all right? We're doing everything here live, all right? We're keeping it real with you 100% from the beginning till the end. And that's the only way to introduce a strategy that you have not seen before yet, okay? That's live executions day in, day out, all right? You're gonna see the tops, you're gonna see the bottom, you're gonna see the wins, you're gonna see the losses, you're gonna see it all right? The whole process. So very impressive so far. Also all the introductions, the training floor is packed already, which is amazing to see. All the new people, welcome. Okay, Swenzo, you just came in. Welcome, my man. Good to see you. Guven, Rayesh, and Joe. So 2 days left and we're closed for around a month or so, okay? That's enough for people to work with and then, you know, potentially reopen later on again, okay? We're acting as professionals. You can see it in the chat right now. It's really high level, all right? The communication is getting much better, all right? So absolutely fantastic. Momentum is crazy though, all right? The momentum is crazy, just so you know. Absolutely insane, right? We just started on Instagram. We started to crush it on Instagram lately again, all right? 1 million views. 1 million views in that video. So funny, man. we need to get these experiences ourselves at some point. We need to, you know, it has to be us. Hopefully the right direction though, not the wrong direction. All right, it's gonna come. So yeah, everything is on fire, man. The community is growing, YouTube is growing, the Discord is growing. You know, couldn't be more happy with you guys here. And you know, LTA is absolutely working for you here. All right, 16,000 downloads on the ebook, the free ebook that you should have when you trade with us live. I never want you to trade with us when I trade live. Sorry, if you don't have the ebook and you don't understand what I'm doing when I trade and why I take a trade, right? Because we're following our rules, then just don't trade with us. Just observe first, see what we're doing here, study the ebook, and then once you feel like comfortable with it, and you're like, yeah, man, I kind of like this approach. I kind of find this interesting. I see potential in it. Then maybe start joining along the way with the trades that we take here. That's my suggestion to you. I always say that. I think it's important that you understand why we enter and what the main reason is. So if you don't, get your free ebook right now. Super, 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 super important. Okay. Last thing, and then we're going to go into the charts here, is we're going to release a new video in a second here. Okay. Just so you know. What's important here is if you click on a video and you open up the comment section, write your best comment about LTA, your honest comment about LTA, your experience with LTA is most importantly. And I'm going to pick the best comment tomorrow, and I'm going to give you access to the live or to the LTA membership as well here. Okay. So today, let's do a giveaway. All right. As well at the end of the stream. And then, yeah, man, it's just it's going to take over. My vision, my goal with LTA is to turn this into the best possible strategy out there that is fully based upon data, back-tested, properly, live executed, all of that, and constantly innovated. So constantly adding new entry models, sometimes changes, whatever the case may be, based on the sentiment of the market. And I just want to turn this into the best possible strategy out there that's unique, that doesn't exist yet. It's a hybrid model of what you see on YouTube, whatever the case may be, and just absolutely take over this you know, this fucking industry. You know, I mean, it seems we're heading in that direction though. All right, let's fucking go. Now, yeah, let's talk about gold, fam. We had news coming out. Okay, ADP came out negative. Dollar is chilling. It's coming down. It topped out at around, and this is important, around 7 a.m. It started to top out after we took out yesterday's high. We got rejected at the Friday lows. Okay, it's kind of our rejection point right now, and we're looking potentially at more downside here. So as we start continuing the process to the downside here, then gold might be holding up quite well. Okay, again, we're at the same exact level as yesterday. Okay, yesterday we accounted a loss. We had a winning initial trade here. We moved up around 30 pips. We didn't close it, and then there was one 30-minute candle that broke to all our key levels and just did like a 150 pip move to the downside in one 30-minute candle. So really, really crazy. You're gonna encounter this sometimes, right? Nothing really big to do about it. So, you know, you have to accept that and move forward and stay with your rules, and then, you know, you just follow the same processes, and then things should be good. Okay, so back on track. When we look at the current levels now, the previous Sunday open is of course our main level. And the reason why is because you have been constantly responding from it. Right around here. We have been holding below it for a while until we're seeing the breakthrough right now at the moment. That is interesting. And then of course, you know, practically the whole week, right? Including last week as well, by the way. We've been constantly reacting from the Sunday open, which is now the previous Sunday open at 23.34. Okay. We got rejected at the previous daily value area high right now. Just so you know, the previous daily value area high is literally slightly above. This is exactly where we got rejected from at the moment. So we're hovering right now between these two levels, all right? If you can get below the Sunday open, or sorry, the previous Sunday open, and we start closing below it, right, and we go to the lower time frame, then, you know, we might get back to the Sunday open, fam. We might get back to the Sunday open once again here. So I'm not counting this out for sure. You know, back towards the 23.27 here, due to the fact that practically the whole session, right? If you take the Asian session right now, like Asia was the biggest range, London was accumulating here. What tends to happen usually, is that New York will probably manipulate one of these sessions here, including potentially, you know, the London lows, the Asian lows, whatever the case may be. I will never count this out here. So yes, the dollar is now a little bit looking a little bit on the weaker side here, but I want you to be aware of the fact that I would not count this out, at least for now. But we're above it. We're still above the previous Sunday open here. So let's see if you find any entry models around this. Be patient, and I think should be completely fine here. Okay. After Friday, I think we're gonna release. And what do I mean with the release? Well, we're gonna see some sort of a relief out of this range. And I think we're gonna head into what's more of a, you know, a trending market again. And that trendy market will of course provide with like easy opportunities. Especially because you can really utilize that momentum, right? That momentum. Right now you have something that we call range trading. And you have to be very precise with your range entries when you're looking at a continuation, especially when there is news involved and the NFP involved in like what, 2 days from now, right? This is where you should become more cautious, more careful, okay? Don't get too cocky, too confident. Whenever you're trading now, expecting every move to be like a 150 pip move, because, you know, especially in a range like this, the only thing we're going to start doing is we start to compress, squeeze, and release, you know, usually during the bigger news event. Okay, so I think it's you know, important to be cautious and to be careful here. All that makes sense. Okay. How can I participate to the giveaway? I don't have social media. I think the giveaway today will be just through YouTube, and then tomorrow's comment will pick the best comment of our, you know, story, our new, you know, reel. It's going to be uploaded very, very soon. We'll go over it in a second again, and we'll do another one on top of that. All right. I think that's the best way for now here. Okay. Hope that makes sense, fam. So far, I like what we're seeing here, based upon the structure itself. And I'll tell you why exactly. If you go to lower time frame, lower time frame, 1 minute, for example. What you're seeing here is, you see that range, right? This range. You come back, you retrace into that range, and you expand from it. So, you know, I think that at this particular moment, we might be heading into an expansion. Now we're seeing that rejection at the previous daily value high. Okay. So if you start breaking out of it, I think things are going to get pretty interesting for us at this particular moment. Okay. Because I think that we can trade it until the previous weekly POC. And I think we have to keep our stop losses smaller, but also our TP smaller as well here. So it's just going to be the same risk to reward, but a little bit of a you know, smaller setup in general. I think that's the best way to look at it in that manner. But yeah, man, let's see how we develop from here. Okay, especially if you start breaking out of the previous daily very high, that would be really nice. Because in my opinion, on the lower time frame, you see that consolidation here. You see that expansion, you see that retracement, and you see that continuation. If you break this internally, you kind of have that consolidation here, and you come down and you break out. And then I'll personally look for that continuation for the previous daily very high. Like a major key level, which we already got rejected from just now. And of course, we have been holding above and below it also already multiple times here. Look at that. Once yesterday, today, during Asia, and when London opened up here. So pre-London, when we start breaking down. Okay, so it is an important level. The 2337 is definitely something I've been I'm looking for. Just so you know. Okay, just so you know. Yes. General LTA Army, good morning. Let the battle begin. Let the battle begin, my friend. Yeah. Just be aware of the fact that it's news, okay? Like we all want to win here, but if you like, in regards to becoming like a really, really good consistent trader, we just have to accept the situation in the market. And if you're in a very choppy, rangy market in general, right? And yeah, I know that the biggest news of the week is coming this week on a Friday, the non-farm payrolls, right? Then you know that we're preparing for something bigger. And everything that we're doing is just a preparation for something like this. So once we're getting there, I think next week it's just purely back on track. The first week of the monthly candle has surpassed us as well. And you know, things will be much more clear from that moment onwards as well. Okay, just so you know. Good morning, Lorenzo. LT Army. How's the market looking today? Yeah. Potential. I'm still looking at this range, right? The top of that range is this beauty right here. Very clean potential reaction into that top range. So I think still the best opportunities will be, you know, like I said, usually what tends to happen in a range, knowing that it's the NFP, knowing that you can be, you know, consolidating for a while here. Right, the same thing that we've done before. We had this initial range right here. Okay, so let's remove this. We got rejected from that one. Now we have something like this. Okay, there is still a chance that we can get into this new range right here. Right, and this is kind of the play that you want to make, that we're looking for. Is coming back in towards this zone, something like that, right? And then looking for something in the top of this range here. Right, yesterday we were unable to break the lows, to be honest, but at the same time we're building more liquidity below it as well. Okay, so what I'm trying to see here at this particular moment here, because the fixed POC in that reaction, which is also the early POC, is if we can manage to get into that initial range in that top side here, and I think potentially look for that rollover play, something like that one more time, and then potentially get into that zone here. So that's one layer. Okay, now we're in the back in the equilibrium. Okay, so if you draw the top to the bottom, so let's say that this is the top and this is the bottom, then look at where we are right now. We're at 50%. Okay, that means that we're in the center of that range exactly. So if you calculate the top here and you calculate the bottom here, then 50% is now where you are. So you're gonna find resistance in that exact level as well here, and that would align very well with what you currently are seeing, and that is the previous daily value area high. Okay, previous daily value area high is there. Okay, I just want to be aware of it, that this is definitely a level that we have to pay very close attention to. If you start breaking above that, you know, I think things get more interesting. Okay, but I would definitely prefer to get into that fixed range, right, and start looking for setups around this range right here, this particular zone. And this is what you're gonna see as well with LTA a lot more, is that when you're in a range, you're gonna start looking at these internal ranges a lot more. And what do I mean with internal ranges? Well, practically just a lot of consolidation internally, so on a smaller scale. So what do I mean with that? Well, you have a range right here, okay? You have a range right here, okay? There was a reason why we got rejected there. Right, if you draw the range, the fixed range profile here, look at where we got rejected from, right? The fixed POC right there, right, on the lower time frame. So the lower time frame fixed POC here, we saw this one, look at that beauty, and look at what happened when we tapped into it. Boom, came in, we started to consolidate here, manipulate it, and we expanded. That was on a Friday, remember? And now you see something similar here again. Okay, so if price gets up there in that range, I think you have some really nice clean levels out of that initial center to start looking for the right setups as well here. So even if price develops, this is definitely something I'll be very interested in. Okay, now the question is, do we want to trade towards that? Do we want to trade towards that exact spectrum? Right, we want to make sure that we are potentially looking for that continuation above here. Right, that's something that we're trying to look for. Okay, That's kind of the range we're looking at, all right? Just so you know. Yeah, the previous weekly POC is in the middle. All right, that's that one exact level that's in the center of it. All right, that's already, in my opinion, if you look at the previous weekly POC, the start of this range right here. Okay, just so you know. It's that first level of that initial range that we're initially looking at. Okay, at this particular moment, you can see how we react around the previous daily value high. So I just want you to be aware of that exact level. That if we want to look for our entry models, then I want to take that from the previous weekly value high towards our first level, which is going to be there. And you might think it's not a big move, right? It's around, 55 pips, but our stop loss will be much smaller as well. So that's kind of the way to look at it, right? It's that initial move, previous weekly POC, start of that fixed range right there, aligning very, very well, right? That's what happened yesterday. Sorry, not yesterday, but yeah, partially yesterday. Is that you had that fixed range. That's that first major zone at 2243. Well, you know what happened at 2243 before, right? We kind of hovered around that exact level for like, I don't know how long. Very, very long time. All right, so yeah, pay very close attention to that. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. Okay, so what needs to happen here? We need to close above the previous daily very high. That's one layer. Question is, are you worried about this zone? Right? In my opinion, not really. It's kind of for me more like a a target, right? Something above that range to then trade it back into the previous daily very high. Something like that. So I'm gonna stay on the lower time frame, definitely for now. Okay, and I'm gonna see if we can find some sort of entry model from there. And if you can trade it back towards the previous weekly POC, right? So one more zone, potentially look at the previous weekly POC, and then looking at that initial move, initial continuation here. And if we get here, then it's all about, is there a chance that we can start coming down, right? Coming back, falling back into that range here later on. Which is, in my opinion, the best setup of today, if you can get up there. Why? Because what in essence is happening is that you're still creating these lower lows and lower highs here. All right, this is still a wick. This is still a body closure. You're still looking at a channel to the downside in this area. Okay, so when you're looking at these ranges and that rejection play right there, and then looking at this particular zone right there, right, and you start trending down overall in this initial range. So if you draw like a parallel channel, something like that, keep it very simple, right? Then this is, of course, the ideal to get into that zone, wait for an exhaustion play, and looking for the continuation. I think it's going to be the bigger move. And you might be able to hold it to look for further downside, and then the NFP comes along later on. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. If we see an entry model on the lower time frame happening around here, like we pull back, we retest it, we start hovering around it, then there's still a chance of trading that as our second option, if that makes sense. If I win the VIP membership today, it will actually make my day. Yeah, man. Well, there is a chance. There is a chance. Let's see. And if you're already in it, you get your money. Yeah, you get your money back, of course. You get your money back. You get your money back. I know that we don't use patterns, but isn't that a falling wedge? No, I see this more as a parallel channel, to be real honest with you. If you look at falling wedges, right, it's usually something like this. I'm not really, a big fan to just focus on that only, but it's usually something like this, right? Something like that. And you start, you start hovering around it. You start hovering around it. You start hovering around it. you know, something like that. And then you look for that breakout. At least that's what I know what the falling wedge includes here. I see this much more as a parallel channel. Potentially reaching the top of that initial move, that initial range. And I think from there, you're in the top of a range, you're in the top of a channel. You know that the NFP is still coming along. Based upon my previous data, it's just being patient to get into these top or these bottoms, like you've seen here, and just really try to time this perfectly from there. Because with the NFP in mind, in Friday, the question is then today the day that you're gonna break out? It's pretty sure, I would be very surprised if today is the day where you're just gonna break out of the range. To be really honest with you. I think that what they're trying to do is to building as much liquidity as possible on both sides, by the way, to just you know, eventually go for it when the news comes. So yeah, that's something that I would be looking at. All right. For now though, we still have around this zone. So if price gets back towards the previous daily very high, you know, and there is potential around here, we're holding, we're hovering. Yeah, I might be looking at a potential move still, you know, something like that towards the previous weekly POC, even though this is my preferred zone. Okay, please say what calendar you're using for news events. For me personally, the calendar I'm using is investing.com. Investing.com. Yeah. Any reason why you won't take a Wick entry? What do you mean? Let me know. Do we wait for the 4-hour closure now or take a buy if it's present at the previous daily very high? Well, the 4-hour closure is what? In 10 minutes, right? This 4-hour closure looks very good. All right. So in my opinion, I like to wait for this 4-hour closure in 9 minutes. You know, somewhat in that range. What I'm looking for is much more interesting is the top of that range, number one. And then we have also the zone, right? Couple levels in between. So we have the 2243, the 2248, and the 2245. So they're pretty close here, okay? I would say these two levels are the most important, the 2243 and the 2247. If you fall back, you get rejected initially from that zone. I want to pay very close attention to this level. Guys, I really need to get to the volume indicator on TradingView for backtesting. I wish I get the giveaways too. Nice. Giveaways are nice. Giveaways are nice. You know, people have been donating as well, so we're gonna also donate and give away some of that money. We never hold the money. We never keep the money for ourselves. At least the donated money. So yeah, we like to give it away, like either to like prop firm challenges or the membership. Our membership, of course, is worth much more than just the money, in my opinion. If you like LTA though, all right? If you like LTA, that's it. That's what I would say. Yeah. Lorenzo, did you create LTA? Yes. How old are you? 30. Where do you stay? Bali. It's like, what are you drinking? Kombucha. Yeah. And the fixed PC. I'm happy that we're moving up. We manipulate the highs, the daily highs, which is beautiful. That means we also manipulate the Asian highs as well. Even if you don't like it, if you try LTA, there is no going back. Yeah, that's how it goes. When you work with these levels, with these volume levels particularly, okay? You're of course you're gonna have sessions in the market, especially with gold, where you know it's gonna be a different sentiment, right? So when you're in a ranging market, understand that you're in a ranging market. Look for the best opportunities below and above. It's pretty straightforward, okay? When you're in a trending market, it's easy, right? Easy. That's for sure incredibly easy, right? Easy. Like it's just very straightforward, right? Previous daily levels, early previous daily levels, much more. Right now, you're much more looking at the Sunday open, right? The previous weekly, like a couple of these major levels from the previous week, right? That includes much more data. But when you're trending, man, you will see. Find trending pairs. All right, do your testing on these trending pairs, and it's gonna be insane. So accept it. Accept the outcome there. Okay, I think that's the thing I would say. So now we're hovering in the zone. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting in towards these levels, and there we go. Level number 1, major expansion. Number 2, 2 levels in between. Sorry, actually 3 levels in between. Okay, I can't deny this level as well here. The 2340. 20-45. I kind of call this a sub level. Okay, look at that reaction. Page 50. There we go. Sorry, not page 50 actually. I'll show you something. Where is it? It's the exact same thing. At least I thought so. Anyways, look at his reaction. The market, sir, the market is in the same zone for a long time, so I'm asking for the same zone for scalping. Yeah, so we're looking at the lower time frame a little bit more now, which makes sense. It depends on the time. But yeah. Number 1, the 4 hour is strong. All right, just so you know, the 4 hours is looking very strong. We have to close in 4 minutes, so the next 4 hour really needs to swipe some of these highs and then potentially here. So we have our levels here. Okay, we're getting back in the top range. I still will count this as a potential confirmation. You have these 2 levels that came from the fixed PC. I do like that. I mean, of course, it's the same thing. Okay, we said it before, we're ranging here. It's actually very, very similar. If you look at it this way, right, we have been building that channel, something like that. Okay, we're doing something very similar, just so you know. The question is though, is today gonna be the day where you're gonna break out of a range? I personally don't think so. I mean, I would be surprised. It's possible, but I think that the NFP is much more likely to do that. and be that move that will actually start creating, you know, that initial move to the upside or downside or whatever the case may be. Okay. So 4-hour closure comes first. Lorenzo, you didn't lose for 2 months straight. How do you deal with this loss that you had yesterday? Well, I will deal with it like normal. Like there is no change. Okay? There is just no change. And I kind of understand also what happened, right? Based upon the 30-minute candle. The only thing that I could say, okay, maybe it was better to go break even right away because you know that the New York Stock Exchange is coming. Well, usually that's not enough for me, but the combination with news later on, maybe, right? That 150 pip 30-minute candle without a top wick, just one big massive move. Yeah, no, it's just normal. So you just go on and continue, okay? And like I said, people get kind of used to it, you know? People get used to it. That's like, oh, it's so easy winning, so easy, constantly 2 months straight. Yeah, but trust me, we're gonna experience losing streaks as well, fam. Like, you know, we're gonna experience losing streaks as well. So if we're gonna encounter winning streaks, we're gonna also encounter losing streaks. So there's not really we can do about it. I can keep it as high win rate as possible for you, but yeah, I mean, that's just not the way. That's just not reality. That's just not reality. Ask any trader. You know that's not true. Yeah. But please explain 30-minute, 1 hour, and 4-hour candle closure. What it means. You also always mention this in your streams. Yeah, so the 30-minute, 1-hour candle, 4-hour candles are important candle closures. Okay, very important candle closures. The 4-hour in particular, in my opinion, is always important to pay very close attention to. Because it really sets the standard, right? You have to understand when the 4-hour closes, the 1-hour closes, the 30-minute closes, the 50-minute close, like all these candles come together. And that causes a lot of manipulation. So the chance of manipulation is usually higher around it, around that initial zone here. Just so you know. Okay? Zella says, I low-key don't count it as a loss. A 30-minute candle like that is so rare. Yeah, but a loss is a loss. Took my first EM victory on the 50-minute gold on the Sunday open in the morning, but sadly my TP was way too low. Could you explain where it would have been the best? So what time did you take your entry? Let me know. Did you purposely miss the 1-hour time frame because we are in a range? What happened? Which one? Which one is the entry model one? Music is very low. Okay, we can use it. We can look at it. Yeah, music very low because the previous Sunday open number 1 and the 4-hour and the news play. Lorenzo, is it true that a day without the loss is a good day? Not particularly. Why? You can have a great day and win. But if it's based around, yeah, random. If you just randomly press a button, right? And price goes in your direction and you have no idea what you were doing, then the question is that a good day or not? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Up to you to decide. In my opinion, it's much more important to, yeah, to follow your strict strategy if you have created one. Because yeah, you can win without a strategy, without any understanding, and you can win money, and then it's a good day. Yeah, maybe you made some money. Congratulations. You can also lose, but you followed exactly what you know, what you've been working on. Is that then a bad day? Yeah. Perspective. Entry mode 1 question mark? Previous weekly PUC? Sony says no volume. No, the volume is good. The volume is good. Yeah. The volume is solid. The volume is good. A lot of people get frustrated when they don't take trades the entire day. A lot of people get frustrated if they don't take trades. Ooh. A lot of people get frustrated. Yeah, I agree. That's why I asked, is the statement true? Is the statement true that a day without loss is a good day? In that case, I would say so. Of course. Yeah, of course. Of course. Most likely. What we're gonna do though, fam, I'm not joking, we're gonna set up a scalping session as well on the lower time frame at some point in this stream. So we're gonna sometimes have the day trading sessions, right? And then sometimes we have these scalping sessions as well. I've been backtesting a lot of it now, and it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind. That doesn't mean that you need to take 100 trades. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you have to take 100 trades and that's it. No. I'm talking about sniper entries, but with a different approach. Whereas if you short, which level will be your target? Couple levels in between here, okay? The previous daily very high will be level, the previous Sunday open will be level, and then sorry, the previous week very low. We have a couple levels in between, but the idea is the same as what we saw before. And that is actually like something like this. We have this range there. That's something that we're seeing now here. You consolidate before that. You aggressively move up. You take out the previous daily high. You start getting rejected. And you flip bearish. We might do something similar. So you have this initial top. Right? This top right here. You then manipulate the previous daily high. Right here, you tap into that zone. You build that liquidity below. And you target the lows. Same thing here. You manipulate the previous daily high. And you tap the lows. You look for the lows. So the entries will be around that zone. And you start targeting lows. That's kind of what I'm looking at. If that makes sense from your side here. So what you want to see is an exhaustion play. And I think the 50-minute might be a nice one. 50-minute or 30-minute. And for now, we're still holding above this zone, right? But you will see if the next candle comes in. And you start breaking below this level. That you might see that follow through. So it's actually this very similar pattern to what we have seen before. And that is just that you consolidate here like you consolidated here. You then make a move up, but you don't take out all the lows. You're building up lows, something similar. And that's what you want to go for eventually. And then targeting the lows. I just continue that channel until potentially, you know, Friday. So I think that with some patience here, you're setting up for that potential move. And our first level is a success, or at least you could say the first touch is a good touch. It's something that you want to see. And it's just the same as the previous Friday. And look at what we have been building up. Like it's still, you know. You're building this up here. You see that? And usually when I see us getting into like a level like that, and you know, everything looks bullish, right? But then looking at this initial zone, and then you start seeing an exhaustion play here that you can roll over. What platform would you suggest? Yeah, I mean the ones that are there for a long time. So you have FTMO. I mean, their track records have been pretty reasonable. If you trade CFDs, right? If you trade Forex, also. Funded next, pretty reasonable. Okay, don't you know have too much to complain about Funded next. I mean, they have done big payouts. We recently had a guy a couple months ago that got a 50k payout. But I would still, I don't know. You have to make the decision for yourself, man. I'm not here to give you an idea for now. Yeah. Today's trade idea: go back into the stream, man. Have you heard about FX? No, I haven't heard about that one. Have you heard about top tier? No. No. Yeah, there are so many, man. Like, so many. I mean, bro, yeah, no. No. They're popping up left and right, you know? I'm trying to also understand, like, who is the person behind it? Like, you know, who is actually the owner, right? FT, yeah, I mean, yeah, FTMO is nice. FTMO is good. We know that. We know that FTMO is pretty reasonable. Just so I know. Okay, that's interesting. I like it. So, how big is this move here? 65 pips against 90 pips. That's not bad. We have a level in between. The picks very low. We have the fixed PUC here. We have definitely a couple interesting levels in between here. If you start seeing exhaustion around here, then we might be forming like a really nice potential entry model on the lower time frame. But most importantly, just by looking at the structure, right, is looking at something like this here. If you see potential roll over the retracement, the footprint showing an exhaustion, potentially that we can roll over and target the equilibrium here, so the lows, then the over risk reward is pretty decent. It's pretty reasonable. And our key level is working flawlessly so far. So that's what you want to see. You want to see a really good reaction, preferably from the previous week PUC. We tapped from that level also very nicely on a Monday. I just think we're holding up still a little bit too strong for now, but like news coming in like what, 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 45 minutes. Okay. If we break above the previous week PUC, which is still a very strong level, so I don't count this out here. And we push into the fixed PUC of this range. But we're not there yet. But let's say we're around here with news, and the news comes out. I might gonna set the limit order there. Top loss above there, above the highs there. And I'm targeting the lows there. That's a news trade. So that means that you secure yourself above the highs. You target, you know, the Sunday opening, you might think that's crazy, but you have to understand we are in the top of that initial range. So if you experience a rollover, and you have a retracement into potentially these mid levels again, which is definitely not something I would exclude. So if you can get as high as possible, the news comes out, we tap into it, we get into our key level, and our stop is above it, might be a nice news trade solution. If we break through it, and if we hold below it, and we stay below the previous week PUC, then it's just the regular entry models. $50 has no doubt in Wick either. Which I actually really like as well. I mean, I have to say, if you start flipping this candle bearish, then it's an entry model 1 on the 50-minute fam. Then it's an EM1 on the 50-minute. This 50-minute has no bottom wick. So option A is I'm going to take a short from there from that flip. So I might be setting this already. Stop above the high of that candle, of that wick. You target the lows. So that's one setup I'm looking at now. Just goes above the highs. If you break above here, right, and the 30-minute closes above it, then obviously this is invalidated. Because you don't want to see body closures above your key level if you are looking for entry models. We definitely don't want to see. We don't want to see that. But a bearish flip for me is a clean entry model 1 from that expansion. Right, we had pretty low volume nodes here. If you look at this initial range, stop goes above the wick, and if you close this 30-minute candle above it, obviously it's invalidated. We have to cancel our trade. And if you start coming up, and we get towards this zone, and the news comes, then I'm willing to place a limit order and put my stops above and target the same lows. We still look for that initial play here. Stop loss, TP, full TP, TP. Dollar very weak, yes, true. Let's look at the previous day. Previous day PC is there. But still, the youth is pushing up again. So for me, it's a setup, fam. It's a setup on a 50-minute. If you close above it in like 8 minutes, then you know what I'm looking for. Right, I'm targeting the lows. I'm gonna take profits along the way, of course, so do take that in consideration. The highs will be above there, and I'm looking for a flip trade on the 50-minute time frame. Right there. Entry model 1 in the 15-minute with a flip. You manipulate the highs of that wick and you target first of all the previous daily failure high. And then the previous Sunday open. And then, you know, you have the rest. And if you shoot up and we don't close above it, we close our trade immediately. And we wait for a reaction into our higher levels. All right. Give me 1 minute. I'll be in a rush. My G's, let me know if you guys get this entry model. Alright, if this is clear to you, the reason why we enter. If you don't understand what we're doing here, then don't enter with us, okay? It's important because you want to know why we're taking trades. Alright? It's very important that you understand why we're taking our setups here, because it's a proven system. It's a probability game. You have to understand that you have to take the necessary risk, but also the setup has to play out. So in my opinion, this is what you want. You want to see a swipe of the previous highs. You can then enter on the flip. You don't have to wait for the body to be broken. If the 30-minute, right, in 30 minutes or in 4 minutes, the New York Stock Exchange, and we close above it still, we immediately close our sell stop immediately. Okay? Very important. If the 30-minute plays out, you're also, and you close, right, do take consideration that the 30-minute, especially if you close it bearish, is still there. It's still an entry model above around in 30 minutes from now as well here. Okay, so we have kind of like 3 minutes left for things to flip. So if you get it, type in a yes in the chat. The rejection is from the previous week POC, number 1. The fixed value low is there as well. And you see something similar, right? You take out the previous day, the current day as well. You consolidate here, you leave this all behind. And you manipulate the highs first, you consolidate here, you get into your key level, you start rolling over, and potentially coming for the downside play. Which is on a bigger scale is just simply, you know, a reaction from this top of the range. The question is now you're in the top of a range. The NFP is Friday. Do you expect price to really retrace a breakout now, or you wait, or will price consolidate for a while to potentially then break out later on? All right. That's the thought process behind that setup, behind the channel, behind the top of the range and the internals. Could you explain why we entered the candle, not the wick? So if the third candle breaks the previous two candles, so you massively swipe the highs first. It's kind of used as the driver, okay? To potentially look for that continuation down. So instead of then looking at this break, right, then you're suddenly looking at this right here, a massive move, right? That. But because you swipe the highs of the previous candles aggressively, I'm looking at the body flip. If I get your subscription today, I'll leave my job and do trading full time. Well, make sure that you have a basis, a foundation. Okay? Very important. All right, 30-minute close below the POC. Keep a close eye. I really want to see how we open here. Okay, we open with a bottom wick first. This is fine. Top wick is now created. And the bottom wick is created here. So this is usually good. Is what I want to see. I don't want to see us coming down without a top wick and triggering us in and a flip. So I like this. I like the fact that we opened and go up first before potentially moving down. So we can, I'm gonna keep my order open here. I think need to touch the 2247 before selling. If that's the case, then we have our next option here. All right, the highs are manipulated. Do take it into consideration, and not just the highs, also the Asian highs are taken out here. Okay, the Asian highs are taken out as well. Gavin says only trade with us if you understand LTA. Yeah, 100%. Can you explain the lower time frame fixed value area high? I think you mean the fixed value low. So yes, of course. If you take this range, we're talking about this range a lot now, right? The top of that initial range, that reversal play, right? So you come up, you consolidate, you come down. You're now in the top of that range, so you're now back there. There are three levels that are important. The fixed value high, which is actually where we tapped into as well. Okay, you see? This level here is the fixed value low. Sorry, very low. 23, 50, 45. We're now below the POC. We're getting rejected there. Our stops, you want to be, when we break down below here, our stop's going to be above the fixed very low. So you see how powerful these levels are, both of them. The 2343.5 and the 2345. The final level is indeed the 2348. That is true. That is true. Okay, we're in. Good luck. Do you think gold can break the 2270 to form head and shoulders on a day frame? I will check it out in a second, dude. But to be honest, this looks to me like a really clean, solid setup. Stop above the highs, key level rejections, multiple key level rejections, and liquidity below here. Looking for the push. I don't think there's a daily bottom wick too. No, there is a daily bottom wick. It's not that big. It's not as big as the previous daily candles indeed. But there is definitely a daily bottom wick here. Nas is creating something on the 1 hour. We'll check it out after. We'll check it out after. I think our reel is posted. We'll talk about it after as well. Dollar showing some potential here. News in 10 minutes. We're gonna give it a couple minutes. To be honest, for me, it's usually a good sign that we hold above it, that we push up before the bigger news play. For me, it's usually a good sign. But anyways, that's my opinion. If you can break below the 2240.7 would be nice. That would be really good. You bought this trade manager, you installed it? Yeah. It's pretty reasonable. We'll talk about it later. Okay, that's what I initially wanted to see here. Okay, this is what I wanted to see here. This is where I want to take some profits out. Okay. Boom. And now, because we have news in what? 8 minutes. I want to put my stop above here. And break even on the trade. That's it. So we now break even. Stop goes above the 30-minute candle here. And our TP was taken out here. Just enough to make sure that we have now our twill and we have news coming. So now it's a question of, are we going to continue to go? And we target the lows. We're going to target the liquidity below here. That's my main target still. You know, same thing as the pattern that we saw the previous Friday. Is you come up, you manipulate, you consolidate, and you expand, and you start getting into your key levels, you come down. You're in the top of that range. So your TP is taken out. And now your stop should be above there. And that should break you even. So congrats. Now it's up to the news. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for this this reaction. That final squeeze, take on profits, throw your stop. Not directly at our entry. That wouldn't make sense. But at least we can throw our stop from all the way top back towards the top wick of the 30-minute candle. And now you can leave it up. Half profit, yeah, 50%. That's enough to reduce your stop and to break even on the position if you put your stop loss above it. And now we have news, and now we can chill and see where it takes us. All right, that's why we do this. Because the news is coming along, and that's why I wanted to hold and I wanted to enter before the news. Because the news will potentially give us that expansion. Okay, so if you don't understand the strategy, usually what we do is we take profits once. We have a bigger vision. We want to go for that bigger vision. We take profits here. And we throw our stop. So the first TP is usually just to break even if we get hit. The second TP is where the big money will be. You realize that you only took 5 trades with 50 plus pips this year. On average, you have to understand, it's on average. Most of these moves were 100 pip moves, but we take profits along the way. So I hope we push down and not break even here. It's up to the news now. Forex is going to manipulate the house one more time. We'll look for new entries. We'll simply look for new entries. And if you come up to the 2047, we do the same thing. But no way that we can stick in our position. That's why taking profits is a must. And I could say, okay, I place my stop on break even here, but there's so much more potential. We just have to time things. I'm sorry, but how do you make money if you take 50% of the trade at 30 pips? Good question. So our overall risk to reward here, we're going for the lows. We want to end up in a 1-to-1 on average. Make sure you manage your positions, fam. It's important that you understand why we're doing what we're doing here. We take out 50% for a reason, to decrease our stops. You could say, okay, directly stop loss on break even. We would have been out of our position right away. We made a little bit of money. But with the news and that reaction, there are scenarios where you're just going to do the same and you follow the same process, the same pattern, and you start to roll over. And if you start to roll over in the top of a range, then that's usually where the bigger winner comes from. That's how we take partials. And especially around news. Let's see what the dollar is doing, by the way. Dollar is chilling. 30 seconds for the news, fam. Are we gonna get hit? Or are we gonna make a move down? And start cashing? That's the question. At least you're risk-free. Okay, clear. Break even. Worth a try, worth a try. What's the outcome of the news? 54. The next one is in 40 minutes. At this particular... Wow, this is crazy, by the way. At this particular moment, I hope that we're not gonna just push down right now. That would be sad. I hope we're gonna push up one more time. Oh my God. This week, bro. Last week as well, by the way. The whole range. Okay, at least we broke even on it, man. We did what we had to do here. That's what happens in an NFP week. It's gonna get very choppy. You're gonna get tested a lot. You're gonna see this happening a lot more. A lot more. Okay? A lot more. It's pretty common. Let's see if this is the move down here, though. If this is actually the move towards the downside, if this is the rollover we have been talking about. Let's see. Um, 12 minutes? Yeah, for the hourly closure, yeah. Somebody clip this, by the way. Team, clip this. We're gonna have some nice reels, fam. Luckily, I didn't trill my stop loss, nor took partials. Keep going, Lorenzo, you're the GOAT. I would still be careful, though. I would not be too optimistic. I would not be too exciting. Or too excited. I would still be cautious. and you had it initially above the initial stop, which was above here, then still be careful right now. That's my opinion. Lorenzo was gonna tell you shift your stop a bit up because my trading view was ahead of yours. I think that's the lagging time from the streams, to be honest, bro. But it was worth it regardless. I mean, we didn't win break even for a reason. We utilized the 30-minute candle high one more time. All right, guys, in a sell. We were in a sell. We're now out of the trade. We're gonna let price develop a little bit. You need a bit wider stop loss. No, I think initially the highs there, yeah, but that would have been a full hit. If we would swipe these highs, we would have been stopped out in a second. So the fact that we took partials and gave it at least like what, 30 pips to make a potential scenario where we could potentially break even in worst case scenario, was worth it for a potential continuation play. There was a lower risk, stop loss a little bit bigger. Bro, you guys, easy to say after that. Easy to say afterwards. Do this or do that. Trust me. When you enter model 1 plays out, you get into the zone. Okay. You see how choppy it was. Up and down, up and down, up and down. It's still up and down. Taking profit here and trailing your stop from the top to there. Still above the previous week POC. Was in my opinion a good play. Everyone knows as always afterwards. Like I can backtest and tell you right now what's gonna happen, and tell you with my analysis what I'm gonna see. But this is live side trading here. Okay, this is real time. This is real time trading. So the fact that we managed our risk is in my opinion a good thing. Is in my opinion a good thing. That we managed our risk and we took the risk to potentially still make more money. We have more news coming though, fam. We have more news coming. We gave it a try. Nasdaq has key levels, US30 melting. Quickly here. Nasdaq is going like crazy now. Wait for it to tap into the zone though. Same buys, same levels. I would still look at these levels here. Set an alert there. Fair, crazy, choppy though. lower time for the fixed PC is still within reach. Yeah, 100%. The fixed value low is still that main rejection level. The POC is still below it. I would still not be surprised if you roll over. And if you do come up, I think the 2348 is our new trade setup, is where we're going to look for new setups for sure. Looking for that continuation there. So one more squeeze towards the 2370, 48. Maybe squeeze to the 2350. And then potentially roll over as well here if he managed to hold above here. But I wouldn't want to ignore this initial setup. And I'm happy I took the trade because sometimes waiting for that top of the range can lead into missing out on really clean entries, really clean trade setups from like other levels that are in between, which is the previous week POC, which is the lower time frame fix very low. Right, you could still roll over easily from here without having to go to the top range. So for me, it was definitely worth the trade. Alex says, I see good risk management. Manage my stop different. Still a top analysis. That's why I follow you. You know the good levels and the right times. Similar to my style. Keep up the good job. Fire says there was a trade out of the book. Only he should have said beforehand that he would hedge some points in order to be safe, which is also exactly the rule in scalping. So if you're new, this is usually what we tend to do. And especially when there are events involved, like news. And let's say you're in profit here. Then I'm always thinking, okay, I'm let's say a certain amount of profit. I take out 50%. I understand that if I then reduce my initial stop from there to there, which is still, it has to be a logical stop loss. It cannot just be random. And the stop above the 30-minute high was for me good enough to then say, okay, we have news in like 6 minutes or 5 minutes. There is a chance that, you know, we might get back to our initial entry and get stopped out. But there's also a chance that we just, you know, do something like this. We get into our position and boom, we sell off from there. That would be nasty, right? Breaking even and sell off. Whereas, you know, you have that initial zone, you have that top. You place your stop from the top to there, still above the 30-minute high, so nothing too low, still above the candle. And then you look for that continuation and continue with your first analysis. And that is a rollover play. So for now, I'm actually, you know, we're holding very strong. So for me, this was a perfect entry model one on the, you know, from the books, and you can see that because we swiped the highs, that there's no way we're gonna enter below the wick. There's no way. It's gonna really screw us over. So because you manipulate the highs, it's the body flip entry. It's not the wick break, if that makes sense. Yeah, and if you continue to drive further now, you know, and you start pushing up, like I would never say to be too greedy around news events, especially not in the week. Yesterday was a good example. Chris Anderson says, I swear, bro, every streamer who uses ICT concepts, I always see them losing in live trading. I don't know how they are profitable, but in live they always lose. Only you, Danvo, and Raya Banks are profitable in live. Don't forget the guys that are killing it. It's just a very small group of people. Very small group of people. It's really crazy if you look at it this way. Like, Of course we're looking around, right? Of course I'm looking with my team and we're looking at, okay, who are the live streamers here? Who are actually trading live? And who's killing it? Test. Is the mic working or not? Test. Okay, cheers guys, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, yeah. Thank you, bro. Let me see if I can. Yo. Okay, yes, we're back. Damn, there was a candle, man. That was a news candle right there. Damn. You don't want one. Okay. Yeah. Crazy. Can't believe it, man. 80,000 subs and a shitty mic? I don't know how we did it. I don't know how we did it. Yo, test 1, 2, 3. Four, 5, 6. Is it working? Like properly working? Fantastic. Thank you very much. I will just be like a zombie and just not move. Okay, I need a new microphone, man. Okay, well, you've seen it now, all right? You've seen it correctly. This is where we, in this situation, we're happy that we managed our risk. We gave it enough try, but this is crazy, crazy market price, crazy price action right now. Okay, up and down, up and down, up and down. If we left our trade open and we didn't close our positions, would have been a wreck. There would have been Wreck City. That would have been Wreck City right there. So yeah. W for risk management. We gave it a try. In my opinion, this is still very undecisive now. Because like, yes, we're coming down. We tap into the previous daily very high. We open this candle here. Like it's this is where you have to be very cautious. You have to pay attention, man. You have to be patient. You have to be patient. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That would have been nasty, man. Again, that would have been so nasty. But still, we were still willing to take a trade before the news. Just because the setup was there, the entry model was there. And if he got that follow through, it would have been a massive banger. So, yeah. That's it. Let price do its thing here. But anyways, what was I talking about? I was talking about the industry. Okay, while we're waiting for gold to chill out a little bit. So yeah, you have Danvo, right? You have Raya Banks. You have Time to Eat. Who else do we have? Who else do we have? Give me a couple names here. Purely live trading. Okay, that are like killing it, like the G's. Let me know. Trade Sharp, okay. New York, right? New York session. Forex, not futures. Yeah. So yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Like Time to Eat, Danvo. I know that these guys are just killing it. Like, you know, we have LTA. We're bringing a new vibe to the industry. But I can guarantee you, man, it's like I was shocked when I was doing our like research with our team. We're like, okay, who's killing it in this industry a little bit? Bro, it's not many people, man, that trade live that are actually killing it like that. And are consistent and have their track records online, and like, you know, it's just it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. So I have a lot of respect for guys that do this, that trade live. I have a lot of respect for these guys because I know what it takes. I know how hard it is, and I know the commitment you need in order to just show up, right? And you understand, and the chat as well, man. The chat as well, right? It's a whole journey. Every day is an adventure. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, anyways, crazy manipulation and then a reversal. But you can see, and this is the most important thing that I want to show you constantly, is that these key levels are real. All right? These volume-based levels are real. Are absolutely real. Okay? In this case, though, you know, we get into the fixed very low. And the POC, you react from the very high. You saw that initially. You break down now. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Like I said, I'm not surprised if we're gonna go to the previous Sunday Open. We're gonna consolidate here a little bit. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, right? But I'm just saying that the reaction of these key levels, the pattern play, you know, you get into the zone. We talked about this, the same thing, something like that, and you start targeting liquidity below. Let me fix the mic one more time. Let me see if we can fix it. Okay. For now. Liverpool logo says I say giving us the analysis on point. We try to get into our trade, but we have to manage our risk, especially around these events. It's always easy to say after like now, yeah, you see it's coming down, blah blah blah, but the management here, like we're talking about thousands of dollars per trade that we're risking, right? So there are scenarios where you have to be careful, and especially around news, So we gave it a chance. Let me know if the microphone is better now, because I think it should be good. Okay, guys, I will get you guys the sure mic. I promise. At some point, I'm gonna buy a real microphone when we reach the 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Okay? Then we're gonna upgrade. We don't deserve it yet. We do not deserve it yet. Okay? We're getting close though. we're getting close. Thank you for the support, fam. Keep it up. Let's smash up the like button here. We're going to do a giveaway later on at the end of the stream. And I think we have a new... I need to confirm that with you. No, we don't have a new reel yet. I think tomorrow. We're going to have this tomorrow. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. PC fixed very low. What are we going to target? Question mark. Bro, in a ranging market, is it hard to trade or easy to trade on your own experience? A ranging market is fine, but you have to understand that it also is the news events that are included. So if you talk about an NFP week, it can get very choppy. Very choppy. And what do I mean with choppy? I'm not talking about range choppy. I'm talking about every candle up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Manipulating the highs, then the lows, then the highs, then the lows. Like similar. You manipulate the lows. You manipulate the highs. You manipulate the lows. You manipulate the highs. You manipulate the lows. That's it. For now, you need to let let price rest a little bit and see where we can find its support or retrace. But yeah, based upon the channel, you can see clearly that this is where you wanted to see a rejection place, right? You wanted to look for shorts. Is it an EM1, EM3 I'm seeing there? On the lower time frame, maybe. But this was very very choppy. I would not look for an entry model 3 into a kilo. So yeah. Let this 30-minute close for a second and see if it's gonna make a retracement back up. It came down around 100 pips. So let's see if it's strong enough to push back up, or if this is just gonna be similar to what we saw yesterday. Something like this, where you go for the lows, which I would definitely not be surprised of. All right. Targeting the rest liquidity below, or at least get to the previous Sunday open first. But to conclude, yes, ranging markets are usually not a problem, because what you can do easily is you can just trade the bottom of the range. You can trade the top of the range and find your key levels around these levels. So we had the fixed POC here. We had the previous weekly POC here. That's not really an issue. The choppy price action and news events that come in between or in preparation for the NFP, inconsistency of volume, that might cause some fraction. So range trading is fine. You just need to know when you could potentially expect a breakout of the range. And with gold, it's very easy. With gold, it's like, okay, you have the NFP coming, so that might be the moment when we break out. You know, similar to what we've done here. That might be the catalyst to actually start breaking out the range. And until then, it's building up liquidity. I would say trend trading is, of course, easier. Or not particularly easier, but there is a reason why you're ranging. And usually it is because the market is preparing for something bigger. Do you think the range we are currently in will break to the upside or downside? I see it going to the upside considering the law of manipulation, consolidation, and distribution. I mean, it's really hard to say for now. I mean, we're still forming a higher low. We are kind of trending downwards, you know? So, I mean, there is definitely a chance we break out to the upside here, but I would not say for certain whatsoever, right? You never know. What I would prefer is that we start coming down and that we're around here when the NFP comes out. Not around here when the NFP comes out. I would love to be below here. Somewhat like that. You know, manipulate the lows first. Look for entry models still above this range. And then target the highs. Target the top of the range and then potentially wait for that continuation play. Something like that. Back towards the top. After breakout, gold are easy to trade. Then it's right now in this situation. I mean, it all depends, of course. When you're trending, right? And you're trending into a certain direction. And you're not really in a range. Then yeah, of course, you can use the daily, the previous daily. It's much more effective. But you're gonna encounter these trades as well, these weeks as well. And it's all part of the game. You never trend forever. It's actually a good one. You never trend forever. It's always you trend, you consolidate, you look for continuation. Not before you first of all manipulate the lows, look for continuation. Or you trend, you consolidate, you come down, retest, continuation down, lower low, consolidate, manipulation to the high, lower low. This is the real deal. This is the real market. You need to know where you're at. Are you in a trend? Are you in a range? And adjust your playbook. Or not your playbook, but adjust your trading style. Based upon the sentiment. So what are we doing now? Well, we're back at, we're still at the top. The question is, are we still going to potentially look for higher levels? Trader Tim, that was it for me today. Good luck in the stream. And the rest, love you, LTA fam. Take care, my G. Oh, Grady, my man, welcome. Good to see you, bro. We're gonna do a we're gonna do a giveaway shortly. Okay. Let's do it. I think it's a good time right now. What do you guys think? Let's do it like 15 minutes. Yeah, let's do it in 15 minutes. What do you need to do? Click on the like button. What do you get? Let's talk about what you get. Okay. We have our private group. We have been closed for over a month. We have now been open for a week. We're gonna close in 2 days. We never like to be always open. You know why? Couple reasons why. If I'm always open, you always have the feeling that I'm trying to sell you something. I don't like that. I have a certain amount of time when I'm like, okay, now it's time to open up for new people. And now it's time to close and just don't talk about anything, nothing to say whatsoever, nothing. Closed, we're closed. You can join the waiting list, but we're closed. Then, when we're open, all right, what we do is we create a new wave of traders. This gives us the opportunity to really manage the new people. Because if you're constantly getting new people, you don't know who's new, and you don't know who's in the community already for a while. It's gonna get a mess. There's no way you can create a professional environment for traders if you just always are available, always are open. It's wave 1 last month when LTA got released for the first time. It's now wave 2, right? And we like to work with these type of guys first and we scale them up. And then wave 2 teaches wave 3. Wave 3 teaches wave 4, right? Why? Because they know a little bit more than the previous guy that knew, or the guy that just joins the community. That's why we're doing it, okay? And that's why we're closed the majority of the time as well. So we're gonna give away access to our group right now, okay? So what you're gonna get is the following. We're waiting for the 30-minute closure, by the way, for gold tier. Pretty strong recovery after that, that drop. And so let's do our giveaway first. I think that's the best way to do it, okay? It's a yearly membership, okay? We have a full lecture series. Daily setups, the live trading floor. We trade a lot of London. We have master classes every week. Educational events that I host. We have a weekly analysis. We work with a couple of guys that are killing it now, that are taking the lead, okay? And you get it with your private access to our group here. Right, LTA concepts got released 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago. We got 16,000 downloads on the ebook. Right here, that's the playbook. That's what you need to know. I want you to understand this first. Don't even bother. If you don't get this, don't even bother. Okay? Just think about the ebook first. Work with the live streams. You learn a lot. Okay? Normal volume is king. Alright? This is in the first 6 weeks. I've never had anything like that. I've been streaming for 2 years straight. I've never had anything like this. Built up around LTA. It took a year and a half to develop. So I wish I could trade it live earlier. But I couldn't. So anyways. You're gonna get access to the lecture series here. Yeah, let's do the giveaway, fam. Let's give it away today. All right? I think it's a beautiful moment. If you already bought it, if you're already in and you win it, you get your money back, okay? That's how it works. Everyone who printed out the ebook, shout out to you. That's really sick, by the way. Usually $197, you think, oh, I expected more? Well, yeah. It's a lunch per month, right? 1 lunch per month for LTA concepts. It's about how you give enough value. I think that what matters more. If you want to create a concept and you want to make it work for a lot of people, And that's the way to go. Okay? However, it still depends. So yeah, you can go to LTA Concepts. 1 year full focus with us, build a real skill set, master the trading game. Or you can click on this link right here and see what happens. Up to you to decide, right? The rule number 1 of our playbook, like I said always, is stop jerking off. 95% of my audience is men. Stop jerking off. It will destroy your life. Truly. In the morning, it's over. It's done. If you're with LTA, it's over. Yeah, I'm not joking. You're gonna feel tired and less focused and more impulsive. More buy or sellers, trust me, are jerking off. Buy or sell. That's LTA in a nutshell for you. Right there. Okay? So let's do it. Let's see what we have. And then we have the 30-minute closure. It's perfect. Anu says, I choose OnlyFans. Anu Ugur. Yeah, I'm not surprised, my friend, that you say that. I'm not surprised, Anu. I'm not surprised. Sorry. Okay. Type in LTA, fam. One time only. Okay? No spamming, just one time is enough. Because otherwise you're gonna get deleted. One time. That's all you need. Okay? Let's set up here. Okay, be right back. Give me 1 sec. All right, G's. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's give away access right here to our private group. Closing in 2 days here. If you win, one thing is for certain. If you win this one, okay? My eyes are on you. My team's eyes are on you. I know who's winning, who's getting in. I want to see you putting in the work. Otherwise, it's a waste of time. And I'm going to kick you out. And I'm gonna give it to somebody that really wants it. Because there are people that really want this. But can't afford it. And then you come in, you win, and you don't do anything? That's disrespectful. Just so you know. So we're gonna get... Yeah, I'm just saying. Let's make it happen, fam. Mr. Technology. If that's your real name. Technology. Let me know if you're here, my friend. Let me know if you're here. Let me know if you're here. I need a message from you, my well. I need a message from my guy. Let's give him a little bit of time, man. You never know with the lag, delay and stuff. Cannot be too long though. Right? Let's give it a little bit of time. No response. Okay, let's give him a little bit of time, fam. Right? You guys agree? Let's give him like till 31. Till 31. If not, we do it again. Let's do it. He's not there, fam. He's not there. We gave it like a long time. We gave it a long time. Okay. Let's roll again, fam. Alright, let's roll it again. I'm putting on a tune real quick. Let's put on a nice tune. Especially for you guys. Let's do it one more time. Sakis! MCR, my man! Are you here? Please let me know that you're here. And if you are here, say I am here, I want to be part of LTA. I want to put in the work. I am committed. I want to hear that word. Alright, okay. Okay. Let's do it one more time for you. One more time. Sakis, you're in. I know this guy. I think. Larby. Lucky G, my man. Lucky you. Let me know if Larby's here. Larby's not here? I think he's lagging. I think he's lagging. What do you guys think? Yeah. I'm committed. Okay. Alaria, I'm gonna give you the go here. Open a customer support ticket in our Discord. Okay. Customer support ticket in our Discord. We keep a close eye on you guys. We want to see you guys putting in the work. Alright, I'll tell you what you need to do here. Congratulations, fam. Okay. 2 times. I think that's a good foundation. Alright. Thank you for everyone who joined at least with the giveaway. We're gonna do this much more. It doesn't stop. We're gonna be here a whole year. 2024. Why? Well, we need to trade New York sessions this whole year around. That's what we need to do here. Okay. For now, the price is in our level. The fixed POC. Pretty wild market so far. Look at this hourly candle. Holy shit. Damn. Yeah, wow. Honestly, that's pretty crazy. The market is wild, fam. Not gonna lie, the market is pretty wild lately. Especially this week. What's your point of entry? Well, we were looking at the fixed POC. Well, with this hourly candle now, you have to give it some. You have to give it some time. You have to give it some time. All right. We took a trade already. We managed the risk, and we made sure that we managed the risk properly throughout these events here. And I'm glad we did. However, this is the next level. You can see it. You can see the response. You're hovering between this one and this one. What's that? Tommy with the $100 Canadian. The 100 Canadian dollars. Give another one. Give another one. That's a pretty G move from Tommy, not gonna lie. That's a pretty G move. Tommy, you're already in our group, right? Just to clarify, you're already in our group. You are already in our group, right? Yeah, no, you are. You are. Okay, hey, listen, Tommy, man. We're gonna put on a nice tune for you one more time, Tommy. This one is for you, my friend. Wait. Where's your Spotify, by the way? There you go. Was it this one? Yeah. Tommy, this one is for you, my G. One more then. Yeah, one more. Not gonna lie. Shout out to Tommy, man. This one is for you guys. That's LTA in a nutshell for you. Let's go. Congratulations, Mr. Reginald Vincent, my man. Let me know if you're here. And if you didn't leave, that's interesting. Let's see if he's still here. What do you guys think? You think he's still here? I don't know, man. That's what happens. You think, ah, shit, I lost. And then you leave the stream and you're like, ah, disappointed. And then you win it. And you're not here. Let's do it again, man. Last time, fam. Last time. And then get back to work real quick. My man Amanya Duff. Are you here? Congrats if you are. This one is from Tommy, my friend. You got this one from Tommy. With a discount, but you got it from Tommy, so. Just so you know. Are you there? Okay, I'm not gonna wait any longer. Boom. We're gonna keep going now. That's it. Second wind FX. Second wind FX. You know what I'm gonna do? If this one doesn't work out, I'm gonna do something else. He's here. Alright. Yes, you won. You won. If you're committed, type in I'm committed. And then it should be good. Congratulations. Thank you guys. Thank you for the giveaway. Amazing. Let's do it potentially tomorrow. Tomorrow we have something else still. Okay. We're going to give away tomorrow as well. Why? We're going to have something to share in a second here. We're going to talk about this later on. But anyways, thank you guys for the support and love and appreciation. And this one came from Tommy, so you better thank him, guys. You better thank him. What a G. Okay? Amazing. Incredible. What did I win, by the way? Lol. Oh, you didn't know what you won? That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign, to be really honest with you. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. I need to give it to somebody else now. Sorry. Sorry, bro. If you don't know what you won, there are many people, guys, that know exactly what they're winning. And they're exactly what they're doing. I'm so sorry, man. But this is... So, yeah. I have guys that are committed that know exactly what we're doing here. Alright? That's sorry. Sorry. But that's what it is. Okay. Last chance though, fam. Last chance. Let's do it quick. Let's do it quick. We want to get back to the charts here. All right, important. Let's make it happen. You need to know what you win. If you come in, oh, I want something, I don't know what I want, then there is no desire, there's no understanding for us that you're committed to something, that you're real about LTA. That's the main reason. No offense, bro. We're gonna have a lot more coming your way here, okay? Still open a customer support ticket, okay? Open a customer support ticket, I might send you something else here. But not the membership, okay? Just keeping it real. Open a customer support ticket regardless, all right? We're gonna get you sorted in some way. But the membership is for the guys that are, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, okay? So open a customer support ticket, bro, in our Discord. We're gonna get you sorted. Okay, let's go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Bartana. Congrats. Congratulations. Okay. Somebody says a lady, please. Is Bartana a lady? I'm not sure. It could be. It could be. I'm not sure. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways. I hope you know what you're winning here. Okay. Just don't say anything. I hope you know what you're winning here. Shout out to Tommy. That's what it is. Open the customer ticket, we're gonna get you sorted. And the guy that won before, we're still gonna get you sorted in some way. I will send you something else. You're gonna like it regardless. Alright? Beautiful. There we go. Okay, guys, what we did was the following. Obviously, when you create such a steep 1 hour bottom wick here, and you start flipping, okay, and you get to your key levels, then you have to be careful, all right? We're looking at short biases, I get it. But when you create such a steep wick and you still flip that 1 hour candle, yeah, then take consideration that, you know, the levels that you're initially looking for, like the fixed PVC where we're getting rejected from right now, partially at least, okay? Keep a close eye on it because it might still be too strong, okay? You can see it clearly happening here. Breaking out today would be very surprising to me personally. Could be. Alright, it might be that we swipe the highs and we come back and fall back into the range. It's super possible. So let's keep a close eye now the way we respond here. I just want to see what's happening. Just want to see it happening because the market has been absolutely madness. Okay? You consolidate. We get into our trade. We secure our TP1. Price comes up here. Get us out of the trade. Price shoots up, shoots down, shoots up. And now we're at that next level. So it has to reject this level, but based on the 1 hourly candle with a wick, that's around 115 pips. Yeah, that's pretty steep. That's pretty steep. Yes, ladies, please. Well, we have around 95% men in our community, in our Discord. 5% is women. But for some reason, the girls that are in our community are killing it. I don't know what the reasoning is. Maybe they're more patient with their entries. Maybe they're like less aggressive with their executions and more patient, and they want to make sure that more confluences align. But for some reason, they are killing it, and I don't know what. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Shout out to Ivy. Shout out to Elena. She's new. Elena is new. When you see an opportunity to get back into the trade. So I just want to see how we close now, this hourly candle. Because the hourly candle will determine a lot for me in regards to potentially this scenarios here. If we close below, and this is still a possibility, right? We have 11 minutes left. If we close below the 2342 and you flip and turn over and you get below these key levels, I still believe it's just going to be a wick fill. A potential wick fill play where you continue to drive further down and you still potentially target the opening price the week again, which I would not be surprised of. If you close above these key levels here on the 1 hour, but below the fixed POC, you need to let price develop here. So it's not possible for us to take another trade right away because we then need to see how price responds around this level one more time based upon the hourly. Or the 30 minute, by the way, not just the hourly candle. If you close above it, there's only one more level which I'm looking for, and that's the 2353 and the 2357. Sorry, the 2353 is the level. You're still in the top of this initial channel, this initial range. Okay. The NFP is on a Friday. If you start breaking out here, the funny thing about that is if you would break out beforehand, the more bearish I would become later during the NFP. Connor says, we have a tight consolidation through tomorrow till the NFP, similar to the break of the previous parallel channel you pointed out. I think so too. I agree with you. I agree with you. You might see something like this. So you come in, your key levels are there, you get rejected, you might have some sort of wick fill. You start consolidating here. On a much smaller scale, by the way. I'm looking at the 1 hour, but on a much smaller scale. And then potentially indeed on a Friday, right? Let me know. Friday, Thursday, Friday. And then a potential move. I mean, you don't know, but we'll see. It's something that definitely I would not be counting out to. In the meantime, if you missed out on today's giveaway or whatsoever, we gave away, you know what, two or three times access to our group. We just, I think, posted a new story or a new rule. At least our team did. We did indeed. We did indeed. Okay. So this is about LTA, okay? This is what are we doing on a day-to-day basis here. Okay, what I want you to do is just to literally give you an explanation, all right? If you have some experience within LTA already, then what I want you to do is to just get to my Instagram, give me a follow, and type in right here, what has LTA done for you, right? What is your overall experience? An honest experience, feedback based upon LTA. We use this data as well, by the way. Tomorrow we picked out the best comment, and we do it again. Okay? We do it again on tomorrow's stream. And then Friday, the NFP trade. We don't know, it's just an anticipation. I agree. You never really truly know. But what we do know is that we have our key levels. And the only thing that we can do from like a trading standpoint is to see how we react from these key levels. But we can still understand ranges, right? We still do understand channels. We still understand structures. We still understand if we are forming a higher low or a lower low. Like all these things matter, right? But when it comes down to our entries, once we have an understanding of what's going on, what the sentiment is, then it comes down to our anticipation of our entries. So if you then talk about our trades and our playbook and our rules within the range, it's different from here rather than in a trending market, right? And that's something that we're trying to always understand is, are we able to hold our trades, or are we, you know, much more tight with our risk management? Like, all these things come along. The real Alice says, I'm in an 8 loss streak. I feel like I'm sticking to the rules, but something isn't working. A lot of variables, my friend. So you, trade 50 times, 60 times, understand the setups, use data, track it. And that's why you have your things in. Lorenzo, you have the best team in the world. Like Gavin. 100%, my man. You need winners in your team. You need a small team of people that are killers, that have the same vision, and that are willing to die for it. Yeah, so that's what I want to just see where these 1 hour candle closes, just to get an understanding. So I can give you a little bit more hindsight here, okay? The Nasdaq, by the way, is in that fixed POC level. In case you're interested in this range, it's very, very similar, okay? Very, very similar. So this is where I would pay very close attention to setups as well here. Based upon this initial move. Same, the 1 hour closure is just as important. 30-minute closure is just as important right here. All right. So very curious to see what happens around the 18,900 existing. Keep in mind, this is the futures chart. Hello, Lorenzo, just made it through FTMO phase 2 thanks to your teachings. You passed phase 2, or you made it to phase 2? If so, share it in the group, my friend. Share it in the group. I appreciate that. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Insane. Okay, 3 minutes left for this hourly closure. I'm really curious to see if we close above it or below it. Above the 2248 or below it. Is LTA for beginners? I would say it's for the intermediate traders, I would say. I would say so. It's not for the it's just not for the novice, right? If you have never traded before, if you never placed a single trade before, I would say no. I learned the basics first. Once you understand the basics, you're familiar with it, you have been trading for a while, and you feel that this is something new, and you see this as a challenge, then I think that this is definitely something interesting for you. Yeah. At least it changed the game for me. I'm still cracking up about the dude who said, "What did I win?" Yeah, he will win something, okay? But when you get access to a private group, we want to make sure that you understand that you know that you won something that you wanted to win. So you kind of was looking forward to it. Because if not, then you come into the group and most likely you're like, oh. You know what I mean? We'll make sure he's good though. He's gonna get something. Needs to have some level of respect. Lorenzo, can we at some point just watch some content on the side? I was thinking about it, right? Some video content on the side after the stream, after we placed our trades, after we're done with trading. Just go over some things. Why not? It's maybe a good idea to do sometimes. It might be a good idea at some point. If you guys send me a video, we can watch that video, no worries. I can give you some comments, whatever. Let's do it. When there's no more trading though, right? When there's like definitely no more more setups or something like that. I think we closed, fam. We closed. Okay, we closed above it, right? Yeah, we closed above it. So everything for shorts now is invalidated for me. Especially with that that steep bottom. I have to say it was a really wild session, man. A really wild session. The fact that we came out unshattered. We took TP1, price came back. We hoped for continuation down. It's still on the better end here. I think a lot of guys got wrecked today, this New York session. I think a lot of guys got wrecked after the 4-hour closure. At least if you took a trade after the 4-hour closure. I think it was a dangerous session, and that's for sure. Yeah, wow. Yeah, really crazy. Yeah, price came down. We took the entry there. Price dropped around 70 pips eventually. And then it recovered on 180 pips right here. It did got into that range. So if you look at this fixed range, you got into like the previous Sunday open. We talked about the previous Sunday open level, the 2234. Still had the idea that price would potentially take out the lows and come back to the Sunday open. But if it's not now, then maybe it's, you know, it's later. So it's definitely not over yet. But the only thing I would say now, if you go and you zoom out here, the top of the range, pay very close attention to these two ranges right here. I think these are still important levels to look at. This one, all right, and the current one you're in right now. Still very, very important. So there's a reason why we heavily got rejected before. And you have created lows since. So if you do manipulate the highs here, then this range is still valid. And that gives you this level, which is the 2357 and the 2354. So yeah, overall, I would say, yeah, initially interesting. This one had the least of an effect here. What's the difference? This is around what, 55? This is around 50. Crazy market. Welcome to the NFP week. If you're new to trading and you're completely new to trading, it doesn't matter if you trade LTA or you trade ICT or you trade whatever, and you're not used to NFP weeks, CPI weeks, especially NFP weeks, then this is your debut. It's pretty common. Mike says, I was a novice, really, but I knew a little. This is my first real trading experience and I can't explain already what I'm experiencing. It's not about the money, but I'm making it. Wow. Fossil says, hi Lorenzo, I remember when we were celebrating hitting the 10,000 subscribers not so long ago. I took a long break from Forex, but I've been back recently. Amazing to see how much the channel has grown. Big up. Thank you, man. Welcome back to trading, my friend. Are you sticking this time or what? You missed out on a year of data, of information. A year of moving forward. That's a long time. However, it's up to you to decide. Good to see you though. Good to see you. Welcome being back here. Movements. I think risk management today was the most important strategy. What was your viewer when you sub was only 15,000? When we had 15,000 subscribers, I think we had around 200 viewers. 200, 300. 300. I don't know. At least thank you for the support, fam. When you open LTA again after the VIP, you close it in 2 days. Yeah, when we close it, okay, yeah. Around 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. Something like that. Four to 6 weeks. We will be closed. Yeah. We watch it, fam. We watch it. We wait for price to get to this level, which is our next zone. I think we're now also in the previous week very high, if I'm not mistaken. We actually are. We actually are in the previous week very high right now, as well here. Okay, so it's actually more important than the fixed value low for now, as well. Let me quickly look at this. Yeah, this 1 hour candle is not looking that strong. We took out the bodies of these highs here. We swiped these highs again. We have seen this many times before. The 30-minute is pretty. I'm not really impressed with this level here. Alright, the fixed PSC, the reason why is you shoot one 30-minute candle just through it. Okay, so when you do that and then 30-minute candle. And I'm not really impressed with the POC here. Okay, the POC very high is much more important around this level now. I don't think the trading is over yet, to be honest. When I'm looking at it and I'm look at the volume, real quick. 20 minutes to go. It seems pretty reasonable. We need to wait for this closure. It's pretty reasonable, fam. Hey man, could you give an eye to the US30 in 1 hour? Yeah, let's do it. Nasdaq invalidated. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not sure about the volume here in the US30. Gold is still doing decent, but I do like this. It's pretty good actually. You're in that trend, right? You're coming down. You were hovering around the opening price the week. You then manipulate the opening price the week. Make people believe you retest the Sunday open and you continue to drive up. Instead of doing that, you come down and you break below. You then pull back into the previous weekly value or high. And you don't have a bottom wick. That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. There we go. I think we're good. Some technicals these today. Anyways. This rejection is actually not bad at all. If you create entry models around the previous weekly value or high, I'm all in for shorting it. And targeting the lows of the wick here. Stop above, low, targeting the lows. Or stop above here. If you get that confirmation on the entry model. So it's not bad at all actually, fam. You consolidate here, you manipulate here, you expand to the downside, and you break below your key level, which is the Sunday open and the previous weekly value or high. Which is the whole weekly range. This is where the value area is at. You tap into it, and of course you face resistance here now. Why? Because this is support, this is resistance. This is support. Now flipping it into resistance. You don't have a bottom wick. And you have a steep wick that you've created before from the retracement from this low. But it's not strong enough to push us and break us to the highs here. So the safer play is, of course, your entry here, stop loss above. It's going to be too big. If you target the lows, it's still a nice trade though. Not going to lie. If you look at an entry at the flip and your stop is above, it needs a lot of power to continue to break above here again. And you target the lows, particularly this low right here. It's actually not looking bad at all, in my opinion. So that's the US30 for you, man. Yeah, let me know what you think. I think that if you formulate entry models around here, that you can trade entry models. The volume is still there. So it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Okay, it's just the question is, how do you want to manage your risk in this case? And see from there. Okay. Gold is at the previous weekly value high as well, the same as the US30. So both of them are in the previous weekly value high right now. That's kind of interesting. Isn't it kind of risky? I mean, what is risky? Like, every trade has an amount of risk. So in this case, I would say, when you look at the U30, you manipulated the highs as well here. You were unable to with these lows to break above these highs, the swing high. Unable to break it. You start consolidating here, right? But at the same time, you do manipulate the highs. You get into the Sunday open, you break the Sunday open. And if you start flipping this candle, the bigger the wick is going to be, the stronger the chance of a flip. Let's say the bigger the wick, the top wick will be once you flip this hourly candle. You tap into the previous wick very high. Maybe you tap into the Sunday open and you get rejected aggressively. Then the first thing you want to target is the lows. So I'm definitely not bullish on the US30 now. That's for sure. And I would look for something like this, like a flip trade and entry, which is then on the lower time frame. Actually, an entry model 3 retest play, something like that in the matter. Okay. So yeah, pay very close attention to how you respond at the Sunday open, and if you manage to flip this 30-minute candle. And if you do flip it, you might have that trade that you're looking for, which is stop loss still a little bit bigger. But look for that continuation play, that rollover. For now, gold is still where we're gonna find another opportunity, I think. If you see the double wick confirmation here, and you start rejecting, then maybe. But the hourly has not closed yet. We're still holding up strong. Mikueva says gold is buying on the long term. I agree. I agree. Yo, Lorenzo, does LTA work on Bitcoin? Bro, insane. You want to see a trade that we took here? Quickly though. Let's use your one chart. Number one. Sunday open, right? Monday. You're in a range. You took out the lows. You swiped the lows already. Price retraces into the range. It pulls back. It sets in the bottom wick on a weekly candle, on the weekly time frame. Do you guys see an entry model here? Do you guys see an entry model from the ebook? Entry model 1, right? Right there. This is gold. This is gonna be gold for us, fam. This is gonna be gold for us when we break out of this fucking range. I'm telling you, we're gonna see trending markets. We're gonna see these type of setups playing out. Really. This is why we have to be patient. This is exactly why we have to be patient with the market here. Stay consistent in the ranging market. Be tight with the risk management. The moment it starts trending here, you're gonna see things like this, okay? Entry model 1 on the break, stop loss below the lows. You also consolidate, you manipulate, and you expand, right? Entry model 3 here, also. Right here, sorry, also. 2 scenarios, okay? What do? You get to the previous weekly value high. Boom. Beautiful entry. You tap into the previous weekly value high, you might take the majority of your profits out. You see how price responds after that. What do? You break above, you continue to drive price further. You manipulate and tap into the stop. You get rejected from it. However, you now broke above major structure. After you swiped the lows, you took out the highs. You're looking at a retest of the previous weekly value high. The previous weekly value high tapped into it multiple times, couldn't break it. And price started to move up. Initially what happened was this. You consolidate here. You expand here, you manipulate here. The reason why I say manipulate is because you took out the lows. Okay, you took out all the lows beforehand, including this one, right? And you broke above this high. Second potential entry. What do you target? The top of that range. You take out the top of that range. You continue to drive price further up. Okay? So, if Bitcoin works with LTA, this is gold when it's trending. It's similar. Very similar. That's why when gold is trending, man, it's crushing it. Crushing it. When we're in a range, we're very picky with the top and bottom of the ranges. But now we have taken out the highs here. So, you know, we managed to take out the highs. We're now still in this top here. That top created serious lows. The lowest point. This is the high that created that low, or the swing high. We're now tapping into that swing high, right? Which is also the previous weekly value area high. So this is what I mean with understanding market structure and understanding the channel that you're creating, but at the same time still work with your key levels for your entries, your entry models, I could better say. It's the combination that will give you the right entries, the right executions, especially when you're ranging here. So what are you looking for? Well, you look for a double wick confirmation into the previous weekly value high. Not like this, but like the 30-minute is doing now. And then a rollover. How to deal with candles without wicks? Like, I miss a lot of entries because of that. You mean no bottom wick, no top wick sometimes are yeah, unavoidable, but could lead into better indications, right? How many of these candles do not have a bottom wick here or a top wick here? Well, almost none, right? This one has, 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 this one, this one, this one. Like, this one doesn't, right? 330. It's very rare when you see that happening here. So usually what tends to happen is that they get filled. Price flips or something like that. Now, to base a strategy just on that is, in my opinion, not enough. But to use it as an extra confluence, is in my opinion a good sign. So if you open a candle bearish and you don't have a top wick and you price start moving down, and it is from your key level, sometimes we can take the trade because of the fact that, you know, price could flip, right? Gather the liquidity and flips bullish to set in that top wick, and then our level is broken. A matter of fact, our stop loss will be hit. But that's why we're only avoiding these type of setups here. If it's the other way around, we can utilize it in our favor. So it has two sides, right? Just look at the previous candles and look at how many candles close without a bottom or a top wick, and you will see it's not that often, especially on the lower time frame. So can I send you a video to watch? Send me a video, fam. Send me a video, post it in Discord, post it in the traders chat, tag me, we can watch it together. Why not? While we're waiting, sometimes you know, we should do this as well. Have some fun here. Hey man, I'm new here. If gold hits at 23.52 with a candle, will it buy? So we're now currently below it. Take in consideration we swiped the highs already. We're in the top of that range. That top right here created the lowest point in the market, in like locally. So it's gonna be very hard for price to just break through here. You're also in our key levels. We use volume analysis. Why? Because you don't have to guess. All our levels we use are based upon the volume profile, the analysis. Why? I don't need to look for my own horizontal levels if I can just ask the volume profile where the most volume has been traded. Because where the most volume has been traded could indicate that there is the most interest. And if there's more interest there, then why not putting our little bucket below and just trying to see if there are any setups around it. These setups, the entry models that we have created, are built around the direction of candles, not around price levels. So you have the interest from the price levels, we have the direction from the candles, and we have the momentum from the session. The New York session, the London session, the Asian session, the open, and the momentum of the candle closures on the higher time frame. The 4-hour closure is a key example. The 1 hour is a key example. Put it all together, utilize this with proper risk management, trade management, understanding the sentiment and understanding the structure of the market very well. And you have LTA concepts. And then the other 20% is subjective, extra confirmations, looking for targets, you know, imbalances, whatever the case may be. Scenarios. That's the 20% on top of your 80% static, mechanical, data-driven bias. Yeah, we're gonna watch a video another time, fam. Let's do it later on, another time. After like a nice big win, we can watch a video together or something like that. We watch a podcast or something. We can go over some things. We can go over whatever we wanted to go over with, to just you know, get familiar in the industry, because I'm so off and so out of this industry thing. We just have the streams, and I know some live traders, you know, Danvo, Time to Eat, these other guys, right? That's practically my understanding of the industry. That's it. So maybe you can light me up a little bit. We can have some fun. Yeah, I think it's that's it for now, fam. All right. What a crazy session. I think we managed our risk perfectly, though. It could have ended up much worse if we would just stick with our trade, number one. And secondary, we still gave it a try to at least see if the news could give us that push down. So I think we handled like we should have handled around the previous weekly POC, right? It was a clear entry model 1. You saw that flip, the confirmations there. I still would tell you like the 30 minute, if it really taps into it one more time, right? The third candle is your entry model. Download the ebook, look for your entry models, or get into our Discord and let's communicate in our Discord. Okay, and if anything happens there, then we can always talk about it there. Okay, I might head into the trading floor, listen to the guys here and see what they're up to, and you know, get into the VIP LTA trading floor with the fam, right? The guys, see what they're doing, because they're always killing it right there. I'm not alone, fam. I'm not alone. I'm no longer alone. All right, we're building an army, so appreciate that. So one more time, last thing, sir. Instagram reel is up. Place your comment right there in regards to what you've learned from LTA so far, your honest feedback. Tomorrow we're gonna pick the best comment, and we're gonna give away access to the membership again. Okay, we're gonna do this until the closure. We have 2 days left for our closure to come. So this is your chance again. All right, tomorrow on stream we're gonna talk about it, and Friday, this Friday, it's time I think to trade the NFP. What do you guys think? I think it's time to trade the NFP on a Friday. We need a news trade, man. Go into our spreadsheet and see why we're looking at news trades sometimes. Thank you very much, man. I'm gonna leave it today. Hope you enjoyed the stream regardless. We did what we had to do. Crazy market. We did a good job. I'm proud of you. See you tomorrow.